Hey everybody, what's up? It's Some Type of Artist, and welcome back to Let's Play .hack GU Volume 3. Last time, Ovan said, hey guys, come to this area, we can talk about things. And, we went to this place, and now we're gonna find out what Ovan wants. Oh, big episode here. Apparently, this is when all the cards are gonna get laid on the table. What's up with Ovan? What's going on? Let's shut up and find out. I forget. Well, not really, but sort of. I don't. Whatever. Let's all shut up and just watch.
Wait a minute. Where are we? Could this be
the Creator's Room?
Ovan? That ghost girl. What's she doing here?
You see, Haseo, this is a part of the black box left in the world by its great creator. Not even the Serpent of Lore can know this place exists. Here lie the divine stories and all the wisdom of the world.
Kind of looks like the
Is that the epitaph of Twilight?
or the book that Helba put into Kite at the beginning of the first game, but
Lost ones. Do you know if there is a way to cure Shino?
like a Ryu book or something from the first series.
A way to return those who can't come home.
What's so funny?
It is easy enough to change things, Haseo. But bringing things back to the way they were is difficult.
Some life truth right there, huh?
How would you go about separating milk and tea that have been completely mixed together?
You can't.
You cannot. And in fact, there is no need to.
Yes, because milk and tea are abundant.
You.
However, remember this, Haseo. When you escaped the Ida server, when you removed the cause of the Ida server, the consciousness of the Lost Ones came back.
Wait, so are you saying we can bring them back?
If you manage to defeat me, there's a slim chance that Shino's consciousness may return.
But we did defeat you, remember? At the end of Volume 2?
That's a 1 in a million chance. There is no certainty. None whatsoever.
It is rather funny, isn't it? It's so weird there. Sao's like in his pose when he's holding his scythe, but they don't even give him his scythe. It's like, why wouldn't they just give him his scythe there?
You want your truth.
They do this in the arena sometimes too.
Take it from me.
And so we begin our fight against Ovan again, and this is I forget. I think this takes me about 10 minutes to do. It's a long fight, like I mentioned in the last episode. Be sure you're stocked up on your healing stuff and everything like that. But yeah. So you're probably wondering, what the hell did Ovan call us here for at all? Yeah, I don't know. He called us here to troll us, I guess. What was the point of that speech? I mean, I guess he has some more things to say after the fight, but I don't know. Don't want to spoil the fun here, but I kind of have a feeling you're not gonna get all or any of the answers you're looking for here. Ovan's just kind of being like a prick to just kind of goat Haseo into attacking him and destroying the Ida in him and whatever. We'll see more about that soon enough, but yeah, I don't know. There's just something that just like This is supposed to be such a big scene for the game. It's supposed to be, like, the penultimate, like, all of our questions should be being answered right now. Like, what's going on with Ovan? Can we please talk a little more directly to the characters instead of, like, us personally seeing, like, just random tidbits here and there? And what is going on with my, my computer here? It's, like, skipping all sorts of frames and everything like that. I don't think it's the video. I think my computer is just doing too many things at once right now. Oh, good. Ah, it's so good. It's so good. It's so good, everybody. It's terrific. It's excellent. But, yeah. I don't know. What can I say? What can I say that I haven't said already? It's just... I'm right now I'm thinking, like, how Ovan and Yada know each other, and Yada had, like, barely anything to say to this situation at all involving it. Like, no one in that group seemed to be surprised at all that Ovan has this, this tri-edge arm. And I mean, I know some people here know it already, but I don't think all of them do. Like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I guess I'm just expecting a little more from this scene. It just kind of feels like, kind of weak to me. Like, I feel like all of these characters should have been talking more about what happened. Like, Ovan should have, like, given them, like, a direct explanation about what happened. That scene we saw previously in, I guess it was the last video, that explained how, like, Ovan, was infected by Ida, and, you know, what happened to Aina. Like, you know, normally I'm like a show don't tell kind of guy, but I don't know, like, it's hard, like, feeling like these characters have, like, any kind of connection to each other at all sometimes. Especially when they're all on the screen for, like, different things like here. Like, I know, like, realistically, what can someone, like, say, Bo have to say about Ovan? But, I don't know, like, something. Like the GU team just seems, I don't know, like it doesn't work at all. Like, they should all be just as curious about the truth as Haseo is, but they, like, really don't. Oh, anyway, like, okay, these neighbor things, like, they were in the last battle. These restore neighbors, you're gonna want to get rid of them as soon as they appear on the field. Sorry to, like, break all my whatevers, but, you know, I should probably talk about the fight a little bit. So, like the last fight, the restore neighbors are gonna kind of, like, undo all of the damage that you've done by, like, healing a lot, and as you can tell, you don't do a lot of damage to Ovan. He's got a pretty high defense. I mean, over-leveling will probably help with that too, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's more than possible to just deal with it on its own. It just sucks that there's, like, these, like, massive healing things. So what I personally like to do is, I don't always use my Rengekis or even my skill trigger, like, right away. I like to wait until these neighbors start popping up, and then I'll use the skill trigger and kind of target which one there is. And the battle pauses when you're, like, selecting briefly, so you can see if there's actually a restore neighbor, because they all have different names. The restore neighbor is definitely what you want to keep an eye out for, because that's the one that's going to be healing, and honestly, that's the only one that's, like, really any kind of, like, trouble you should be having with. Sometimes there might be more than one, too. Like, the light neighbor there, they'll just basically do Blazas or whatever the light magic spell is called at you. It's not a big deal, but with Haseo and his scythe, you should really have, like, no problem doing a lot of damage to all the neighbors. You probably won't take them all out in one hit, but you should do, like, enough damage where you can, like, finish them off pretty quickly afterwards. So I'd hold off my triggers and everything for when your actual neighbors are popping up, and, like, I don't know, I'm not saying don't use skills against Ovan, but, like Rengekis I think would be worth it, like I'm doing here, because of the extra damage, but, like, I don't know, that skill trigger recharging, like, when you see them bubbling up like this, like, wait until they finish bubbling up. Same thing with your Avatar Awakening here. I definitely hold the Avatar Awakening for when the neighbors pop up. And I don't know if this is always the case or if it's just like the way I was playing, but what I seem to notice, if one group of neighbors that popped up had a restore neighbor in it, the next batch wouldn't. So kind of pay attention to what has pay attention to what group of neighbors has what, and try to plan from there, because you might be able to get a good grasp on what your current strategy should do. And I mean, none of this is like battle critical or anything. It's just it's gonna take a lot longer and drain a lot more of your resources if you let Ovan get healed. I mean, the main thing you should be concentrating on is those restore neighbors, because those restore neighbors just like it takes a lot to do 100 damage to Ovan, and they just heal it like that. They'll like do it multiple times. Another strategy you might want to think is if a group of neighbors pops up and there isn't a restore neighbor in them, don't get rid of them for a while, because Ovan will summon more once all three have disappeared. So like, I don't know, unless they're like giving you a real problem, I would even suggest like don't even get rid of any at all. I mean, you're most likely going to be doing damage to them because they're all like hovering so close to Ovan. Your skills are probably going to end up doing damage to them anyway, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem. Again, the restore neighbor I definitely take priority over. I don't think I do a very good job in the fight here, but also when I'm looking back at the footage, I was thinking, try to use skills that you know will include Ovan in the damage when you're attacking these, just to keep up the damage on them, because every little bit helps if you do it enough. Yeah, see, like, we had him like around 2,000 a few minutes ago, and we just only brought him down by 500 or so because he just, his HP keeps on getting healed. Also, yeah, like I just did here, keep an eye on the SP of whoever you brought into the fight. Adelie, if you're it's a good idea to bring Adelie, but it's a good idea to bring someone that can actually reliably do dedicated healing. I mean, that's usually the case anyway, but make sure her SP is healed, because I don't know, like, I don't know if your characters are going to be like smart enough to use healing items as often as they should be. I feel like I was having like a lot of problems with them doing that. It could have just been me. Again, GU's battle system has been simplified, so I really can't, like, make accurate guesses on, like, certain protocols they'll follow. Like, in the original, series, I could tell you, you know, they definitely rely more on items in the original series. But I don't know. It's just kind of weird here. But, what was I saying before? Just, oh, jeez. Yeah, I kind of forgot Avatar Awakenings do big damage, so, God, yeah, I was afraid of that. I was looking at it, that 14 bit of damage left, and I got caught in an attack, and then, you know, whatever. Definitely, just keep at it. It's a long fight. It's probably more involved than most fights you're gonna deal with in the game. Except for maybe one that's going to be coming up pretty soon, but, keep at it. You'll be able to do it. It's not too bad. Do want to say, though, it is kind of weird just watching Ovan just taking all this damage, and he's like, look, all he's doing is, like, just walking around and then, like, sometimes attacking. Oh, man, do we have this? I think we almost have this. We almost there. We almost there.
That's not enough. Not enough.
What is enough, Ovan? How long do we have to, like, pummel you?
Haseo, is that the limit of your strength? Destroy me, devour me, tear me to bits. Come, Haseo, use your avatar. The one that's devoured 7 of the 8.
Nom 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 nom. It reminds me of in Evangelion when Unit 1 just like ate that angel and absorbed its S2 engine.
With your fully developed avatar, your Grim Reaper.
No, don't call it that.
Now, so that I can never revive again. To bring Shino back, you must devour me entirely.
Dude, why do you want us to like destroy you so bad? Like, come on. Like this is another thing I really wish they would have like talked about before we fought. It would have made it a lot sadder because I'm gonna be honest, I am not emotionally invested in this like quarrel right now at all. I don't know why Ovan wants us to fight him so bad. It's like, and it's the game makes me feel like it's supposed to be a sad reason after all this is said and done, but like it just comes off as like melodrama to me.
If that's what you really want. And if that will grant you your wish. Ovan! Okay.
Come on, come on. I'm right here. Steve.
God. So, yeah, now it's time to fight Korbanik, like, again. It's kind of, I don't know, it's really not too bad of a battle. To be honest, I don't even remember the tactics so much he used in the battle we did at the end of Volume 2. I can tell there is a giant cannon where his arm thing is supposed to be, so that's new. And these variants he's summoning are kind of like his the restore neighbors and or any kind of neighbor really from the previous fight. They all kind of look like those Anna-Idas a little bit, like little baby Anna-Idas, which I like. I think that's a nice touch. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. And I have stuff I want to say about this whole scene, you know, and it's like I'm waiting for when he like actually starts saying stuff I can comment on. But you know, unfortunately, I guess it's all going to be like after the battle's over, and we got a lot of cutscenes coming up too, between this episode and the next episode. So unfortunately, I may not get to give all my thoughts right away. We might have to wait a little while before we hear more of my complaints about the game. Yeah, sorry, my mind's kind of in like a couple of different places right now because I was actually started reading that since I'm getting closer to the end of Volume 3, I started reading that .hack GU Plus manga, and I don't want to give away like all my thoughts on it until I like finish it, and you know, preferably until I beat the game too, in the Let's Play anyway, because I don't want to like spoil anything, because one of the main things I want to do is compare, you know, the story of the games to the story to Volume 3. I do think this is pretty funny, where he just like jams that giant cannon against Skaith's body and just like fires a shot off. But anyway, so my mind is kind of like in different places right now with it. I kind of wish I hadn't started reading it, because now I'm getting like my what's happening in the manga and what's happening in the video game confused a little bit. And I'm not gonna lie, Ovan is once again portrayed pretty differently. It's so weird, like in the manga it's like he's almost just like a villain the entire time, but then I don't know, there's a point where they still want us to feel like sorry for him, but I don't know, he definitely feels like more like just a straight out villain. In the games he's just more mysterious than anything else. And in Roots he's just a boring man. But I guess we'll get to that more a little more down the road. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for bonus episodes for Volume 3 yet, because there is a lot to show off, but there's not as much as I wanted to, because I think I'm going to compress a lot into more episodes. But anyway, so we beat you, Ovan. Start talking.
Good. The rebirth.
The what?
Power of hope.
Oh no, it's not going to be an anime hope and friendship speech again, is it?
Surge of rebirth. Using the terror of death as a key to trigger the resurrection. Was that your plan all along, Ovan?
I thought there was no plan. It was just, what did Ovan call it? Like circumstance upon happenstance, whatever the fuck that means. Ovan had no plan. He had a bunch of ideas, and whatever worked just worked.
Your deductions are always so close, and yet so far, Yatta.
Well, by all means, Ovan, please enlighten us.
What was your aim with all this?
Yes, Ovan, talk.
My goal was to save my little sister, who is a lost one.
That's your sister?
Little sister.
Aina is my sister, and probably the first lost.
Oh, come on, game. You know that's not true. I mean, if we're just going to be talking about lost ones being the same as comatose victims, previous generation had, like, a bunch more people.
I did that to her.
Maybe lost ones specifically refers to people, you know,
And looked for a way to cure her.
defeated by people infected by Aina, but whatever.
But then came Shino. The rebirth is a safety device, a failsafe, really, left behind by the creator of the world.
Okay.
A reinitialization program.
Okay.
However, only the fully awakened terror of death is capable of activating it.
Me?
Why?
And now, I will
I mean, as if Haseo had,
release its power throughout the internet.
as if Haseo needed any more
Hey,
attention on him.
If you do that, won't it reinitialize the entire network?
Yes.
Ida hides throughout the entire network. That is the only way to erase it.
But
This is a gamble. But I believe it's something worth betting on.
even if you're putting everything you are on the line?
Yes.
You bastard! Why didn't you ever trust me? And why? Why didn't you really believe me? Tell me!
I did believe you. That is why I chose you, why I protected you, why I raised you like I did. You responded better than I could have dreamed. Thank you, Haseo.
That's it? You finally come clean and now you think everything has been straightened out?
Yeah, seriously.
It's close to the end?
It's
When things have gotten this way?
it's almost meta what Haseo is saying.
People do you think you've hurt since this started?
Yeah, Ovan, you kind of did
How many have grieved?
hurt a lot of people
How many have suffered?
with this thing.
You stepped on so many people just so that you can achieve your self-serving dream.
Yeah,
No one has that right.
yeah. God, I hate to do it.
Everybody grieves.
Gonna have to side with Haseo on this one.
Everybody has truths they want to ignore. You are not special. You're just like everyone else. Ovan!
Everyone's dream is special. No matter how terribly insignificant or grand it may be, there's no difference between any of them. Haseo, there's something I need to tell you.
There's a lot you need to tell us.
I have found the key of Twilight.
Let me guess, is it me?
That is the sign that I have arrived at the truth. The 8 epitaph users together were, for me, the key of Twilight.
Hold on. For you?
Yes, just as there are many truths that can exist for any one reality, there are as many keys as there are thoughts in the world.
I don't think
Then
that's how
what
that
exactly is
works.
the key of Twilight?
Yeah, this was already
It's like a blue.
an ambiguous answer in the first series. It didn't need to get more complicated in this one. But, well, never mind. Not gonna lie, Ovan, you seem significantly older than your little sister.
The preludes of awakening.
I mean, I know they're just game characters, but I mean, what the hell? It's trying to be an anime as much as it is. It may as well be how it really is in real life. That strand of... I'm sorry! That strand of hair, though!
Together in real life, just the way we are in the world. And maybe I'll ask the goddess if she would have mercy on me and cure me to get better. So what is the goddess's name?
Wake up, Aina! The time has finally come to be set free!
Is this it? Are we all dead? Dot hack dead, anyway? Are we being reborn now? Oh, her eyes are twitching. And now they're closing. Did it work? Did we save Ovan's little sister? Did this absolutely ridiculous, overcomplicated, and dumb plan that could have been completely avoided by communicating with others to help out actually work? I have a lot of thoughts on Ovan's plan, but in due time, I suppose. Oh, geez, I feel a little weird all of a sudden. Oh man, it's probably nothing. But what happened? Where are we now? The internet has been restarted, and it's a big desert. And Haseo is not looking great. Kind of looks like he's been data drained by a Triedge all over again, or Azure Kite, whatever you want to call him. And I guess the world's gone, or is it? I don't know. It's weird. This is weird. What's going on right now? This is ridiculous. Where the hell are we? This is still a video game. Is he lost in, like, the wastelands of the internet right now? And what's this? What's this? God, I'm just really not feeling good. I think I'm hallucinating. Is it a city? It's a giant city, sort of, on a flying turtle. Yeah, I don't know what that rebirth program was, but I think it even affected me a little bit, so, I'm gonna go lie down. See you guys next time.